take that as a no. How's your day going, Mr. Ryder? I am a little concerned. Was the evasion on the basis of like living up to your name with the chase?
Bro, I gotta keep the clients happy, man.
You gotta keep who happy?
Gotta keep the client happy, man.
You gotta keep the client happy.
Yeah.
Okay, but none of that's a reason to flee from the police.
I was just around the corner.
Okay. It doesn't really change anything, though. Like, at all. There's no bueno. Should not happen.
I'll keep driving.
No, you should have never drove to begin with once you instructed to exit the vehicle. Because now the tow truck's going to get impounded. Then you go to jail.
I mean, I was going to get impounded anyway.
Yeah, but you going to jail didn't have to happen. Now you're going to incur the impound fee, the charges, and, you know, their associated time and fine. I don't quite know what you expected. Oh, this is a good one. We'll see if this works. All right. What was your full legal name again? Sir? Sir?
You should have it.
I forgot.
Yeah, that sounds like a you problem.
Oh, okay. All right. And I really do think it's more of a you problem. I think you should be a little more memorable.
Nah.
No? Damn. Sir, where are you from?
My daddy's balls.
Okay, valid. I guess. All right, let me reword. Where's the accent from?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to assume a place where cunt's typically like a friendly term, but you're not really giving friendly cunt today. You're giving like cunt.
Well, I guess you're close.
Oh, wait, close? Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. $130.23 Mission Row with 195. Here we are. Huh. Strange. My key fob's not working.
Yeah, my head's bugging.
130 radio check. All right, sir, what do you see around you?
Shit, I'm in Sandy, bro.
Oh, you're in. Oh, yeah. No, I see what you're seeing. It's sandy as fuck.
Yeah, we're pulled over, bro.
Yeah, I got something stuck in my eye. Hmm. Oh. There we go. And today's been a good traffic stop day. Now we were gonna send him in for full time, but this is out of anyone's control. So hmm. Let's see. What did Kem say? You're catching strays? Oh, Keeper blames Kem. Valid. Hondo, thank you for the 21 months. Real, thank you for the 38. All right, we are loading in. Chem. Actually, you know what? I'm going to... Let's see. Let's see. Now we wait. Are we in? I just realized a couple things actually. Number one, Beepo needs to be charged. Beepo is in like my actual CGM, not my insulin pump. I guess Beepo's the insulin pump. I don't know. It's to be charged, and then I have to put in a new sensor. I think I need to grab a new box for. But put this in. That's charging. Take this off. All right, let's see where we spawn. I think server fully restarted. Hmm. Okay, I do have to get a box of CGMs. Doo-doo-doo. Hmm. I'll take the overlay off in a second. Hmm. There we go. All right. Yeah. It's going to be a little bit because people are going to cycle into the server. So we're going to wait for that. I think I took this car out before. Yep. Unavailable. Oh, perfect. In the meantime, chat, I'm grabbing a drink and I'm grabbing CGM so that in a few minutes I can swap stuff over. So give me a second. Kirby. I'm back. All right, let's see. All right. Um. I don't know if I can bill. No. All right. Matt Roads statement. Ends on the vehicle were illegal. And cave. I don't think we have any possessions, so we're good there. One second. There we are. All right, give myself insulin. And then as soon as my transmit... I'll actually... I could make my life easy by just doing this now. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Fuck it. Because we have some downtime. I imagine people are still cycling in. Yeah. People are still cycling into the server, so... While that's happening, I'm going to put on my new CGM. Alcohol swab. Add. Whatever. There. Realized I didn't take my medication this morning. It's a CGM, if you don't mind me asking. So I'm a diabetic. It's a continuous glucose monitor. So in the past, diabetics have always had to, you know, prick their finger, get a little blood sample, test their blood sugar. Nowadays, there's CGMs that test your blood sugar. They say on you, but they test your blood sugar typically every 5 minutes. And it's all... Let's see. Dextrose alloy. What brand do you have, if you don't mind? I have a Medtronic Guardian 4. It's a closed loop system with my insulin pump. So the way it works here, let me turn this off for a second. I love discussing this, by the way. I would say probably one of the most like user friendly, super easy out of the box is probably the Freestyle Libre 3 or 2. They work really well. However, for me specifically, having the closed loop system. How's your insulin price? I have health insurance, so I'm good. But there've been there's been a decent amount of progress made. Do y'all remember when Twitter was on its like, you know, people could just get the fucking check mark and pretend to be a company? And someone did it to I think it was what is it, Eli Lilly or whatever. And they said something like insulin was going to be free or some dumb shit, and their fucking stock tanked or whatever. I think Eli Lilly was the company to announce a cap on pricing. Eli Lilly. All right, so I mean, I'm reading an article. Lilly cuts insulin price by 70%, caps patient insulin out-of-pocket costs at $35 per month. So it's definitely better, but also it is for people with insurance. So weird that it's labeled that way. I mean, why the fuck not just everybody? But whatever. Hold on. Where the fuck are... Here it is. So back to the whole closed loop system. So the way it works is, I have a sensor that gets changed every 7 days, which is what I've changed now, and it communicates with my insulin pump directly. In the past, pretty much the exact same sensor, is just like a software update. required frequent calibrations. As someone who at the time had undiagnosed ADHD, I'd be in the middle of GTA. Nothing important would be happening, and I would like mentally tell myself, oh, my insulin pump would start beeping at me to calibrate. Be like, I'll deal with it in a bit. And then hours later, I still hadn't. The new version, rarely ever, on very, very rare occasions, really, requires calibrations. And so, obviously, there's a high level of degree of trusting technology, right? Because when my blood sugar is going high, it gives me insulin. If it spikes up high, it can give me a considerable amount of insulin. On the flip side, if my blood sugar is dropping, it can reduce the insulin altogether, or stop it completely. And it also tracks everything. It knows if I have eaten a meal, forgot to give myself insulin, it knows just based on how high my blood sugar is spiking within a short period of time. How do you know if you're becoming a diabetic? Also genetic. Sorry, I never checked. One of the most frequent symptoms is drinking a lot and going to the bathroom and peeing a lot. And that's just a common symptom of high blood sugar. I don't know the official testing behind it. There is a blood test that can be done to get your A1C to see if that's out of whack. Which is essentially like a fairly accurate 3-month average of what your blood sugar has been. So the sensor doesn't prick you or anything. No, it does. But here's the crazy thing. So the one that I have, there's like an insertion device thingy, right? Doesn't hurt. Rarely. Same thing with the Freestyle Libre. The Freestyle Libre, like I said, out of the box, probably easiest to use. But it doesn't connect to anything. But technology has come a long way when it comes to medical devices. So, for example, living on my own, right, as a diabetic, if my blood sugar ever went low and for whatever reason I didn't wake up to it, right? Like, the way I have everything set up, and you can do this with just about every CGM system nowadays, is on low blood sugar. Alternatively, if you decide you want to alert when like you haven't responded to your low at all, you can have like caregivers essentially get notified as well. Got it too, it hurts. So here's the thing. Most CGMs don't hurt. The Freestyle Libre, for example, they're like little 2-piece thing that you just clip together and put in. I'm not kidding. 90% of the time, you didn't feel a thing. Like, yes, on occasion you would. I don't know what it is about spring-loaded devices, but somehow they have figured out the exact amount of pressure to make it painless. As silly as that sounds. Constantly being thirsty and drinking a ton is so annoying. Yeah, that is probably one of the most common symptoms of like early stages of being a diabetic. But yeah, I love the system. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Right, get rid of this. I need to make sure that the transmitter is charged enough before I put it on. Thanks for sharing. Listen, I'm very open when it comes to my diabetes. Straight up, I am. There are a lot of people who don't know CGMs exist. CGMs are phenomenal. Like, absolutely phenomenal. Alright. We're still like 80 some odd people from cap. So we're still gonna wait a bit. I'm trying to let people I don't want to run into people who are trying to get back to what they were doing, if that makes sense. Like, people are obviously going to be in a rush to maybe like resume whatever it is they're doing, but I don't want to see them doing it, you know? In character, wouldn't make sense for roads to be lenient on that basis. So we're just going to sit here for just a bit. A lot of people don't even know that it's a symptom, though. I was shocked when I was diagnosed and they said drinking. Yeah, very common thing. drink a lot. Often thirsty, runs to the bathroom a lot. I mean, you might want to get checked. That's how I found out when I was a lot younger that I was a diabetic. Well, number one, diabetes does run in my family. We are. And so when my mom realized that I was drinking a lot, going to the bathroom a lot, tested my blood sugar, it was like sky high. Went to the doctor the following day. They're like, yeah, you're a diabetic. And I was like, sick. Fuck. I will say this. Diabetes is very much so like the level of effort you put into taking care of your diabetes. Like you see that, right? If you put in, if the input is bad, right, and you taking care of yourself is bad, the output is bad. But if you take care of yourself, it's something that you truly can live with without an issue. If I understand correctly, it would be more consumption of water than your baseline. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. When your blood sugar is high, you drink a considerable amount more than you normally would. And how does your diet change? So that's gonna vary depending on the person. Truthfully, I never really changed my diet. I listen. I've always said this. Like, if I want something to eat, I'm going to eat it. Okay, I'm just going to give myself insulin to accommodate that. But yes, there, you probably should be eating super healthy, right? It kind of just like every doctor fucking tells you. But listen, I'm a realist, okay? I'm a realist. Steak at 4 in the morning. Hey, whatever the fuck you want. That triple cheeseburger. That also has not changed much with type 2. Pills bring you down a decent level. So it's actually crazy. So Dumbo, I imagine the pills you're referring to are metformin. So I've been a type 1 diabetic most of my life. And I've always had this like relatively high level of insulin resistance. And it actually started in my teenage years. There's something called like the dawn effect or something like that, where your growth hormones kind of just interfere with insulin. And so it didn't matter how much insulin I gave myself. It didn't matter if it was short acting, long acting, overnight. What would end up happening is I would wake up with a high blood sugar every fucking day, like incredibly high. And again, there was nothing that could be done. Now that has stopped, right? However, since then, like even though it's stopped, I've always had a high level of insulin resistance. So I'm a type 1 diabetic. Ever since then, I've had a high level of insulin resistance. And the interesting thing is that metformin is intended for type 2 diabetics, right? However, metformin is also known to decrease insulin resistance. Similar to how a lot of the more recent weight loss drugs also do the exact same thing, metformin does it too. So within the past year, actually this was the past like 4 months, when I saw my doctor, I was like, you know what? Am I able to try metformin? And they're like, yeah. If you want to see if this is gonna help with insulin resistance, when I say my daily insulin intake dropped from anywhere between a third to a half of what I was taking, fucking crazy. Like actually insane. How much metformin? Gosh, I don't even know. I don't know the actual dosage. It is 2 in the morning and 2 at night. I'm gonna be real though. Okay. I'll say this regarding my ADHD. I only take medication on days that I'm like working, right? Much like prior to the whole ADHD diagnosis and treatment, I would very frequently forget to take my medication. Same thing happens on like any sort of medication I'm supposed to take later in the day. I'm gonna be real. Streaming and like openly discussing, oh chat, like I forgot to take my medication and shit, has like actually kept me in line with doing it because it's almost habit. Like, I'm not kidding. Rarely do I ever take my medication before starting stream. I start stream and out of habit, I'll take my medication, right? Everything is fine. And then we get to the point where like, again, I'm supposed to take metformin that second time throughout the day, but I don't because I fucking forget. Let's see. Stream keeps you accountable. Oh, 100%. 100%. All right, how many people are on the server? All right, we are full. I'm gonna give my CGM transmitter like 10 more minutes to charge, and then we'll go from there. Go pull people over. Metformin once a day. I mean, I only take it once a day. 1:30, 10:08. Both types you need to take blood? Yes, in order to test your blood sugar. Alternatively, again, if you have a CGM, a small little device that like stays on, like it pokes into you, but it stays, and then
19 back to 876 senior buns.
it tests your blood sugar. Some of them last a few weeks. I'm pretty sure the Freestyle Libre is 14 days. I think. Or is it 10? 10, 14? I think it's 14. I don't fucking know. I've lost count. I've lost count. Does the guy you arrested get a warrant? They reached out to me. They're unable to get through queue. So pretty much we're just going to label it as process. I told them what their charges were. And then whenever they're on, I'll issue them the bill. They're not going to get sent to prison because they'd have already served their time if it hadn't been for the server issue. Grandfather was diabetic for like 40 years, and even though, or even through dementia, he's managing his diabetes fine, provided he calls family to bring him more jelly beans as primary upper. Yeah, I don't know. Diabetes is also what gave me like a general understanding of like how your mind can fuck with you. Because a lot of people don't realize this. One of the I guess more unspoken symptoms of low blood sugar is irritability, like becoming like very easily irritated. Listen, I say this a million times. I don't give a fuck about shit happening around me. Right? I don't. Like,
Disregard.
and pull it off to the side of the road a little further, please. I don't give a fuck what happens, okay? Like, shit doesn't bother me, and for whatever reason, when my blood sugar is low, the tiniest things irk me. Batch 130, 1038 northbound Popular Street with an orange and colored two-door sports vehicle. Hello.
Hello. Oh yeah.
Hi, I'm Officer Rhodes, the Los Santos Police Department. How are you?
I'm getting a ticket anyway from you. But yeah, I'm alright. You alright?
I'm all right. Wait, what'd you say?
Notorious for in your roads.
I'm notorious?
Yeah, that's the word on the streets.
Really?
Yeah, you caught my mate doing 2 miles per hour over, gave him a ticket.
Oh, who was it?
Tommy.
Oh, wait. Kuso?
Yeah.
Did he really say 2 over?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit disingenuous of him.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, because he was going fast enough to have been cited with first-degree speeding. Which is...
It was second degree, wasn't it?
No, I bumped it down to second on the basis of his compliance.
Well, Tommy's lying then, Jesus. That's bad.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up that he's trying to paint me in a bad light.
Yeah, that is pretty bad.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Now,
Yeah.
more importantly, why are you speeding?
I wasn't. I was doing under 55 in this 55 limit, so...
Oh, bullshit.
What did you clock me at?
So I saw you speeding.
What?
Yeah, I saw you speeding. You do know that I don't need to clock you in order to issue you a citation, right?
But how do you know I was speeding if you've got no evidence of me speeding?
Sir,
apart from
I
just
am the
eyesight?
evidence.
No, you're not. Right,
Yes,
we've
I
gone through
am.
this on the highway.
Okay, and...
Come on, Rhodes. Cut me
What?
some slack. I was literally doing... I wasn't even going over
Why am I
55.
gonna cut you slack if you're
Because I
sitting here
wasn't speeding,
denying
you're just
speeding
being-
completely?
I wasn't speeding. I was in third gear.
Okay, number one, you were speeding. And
Number two, I wasn't going through a red light either.
I guarantee you, this vehicle you're driving, probably, you say you were in third gear. I almost guarantee. Yeah, I almost guarantee first gear probably gets you very close to the speed limit. And if it doesn't, second gear 100% exceeds the speed limit.
Nah, it don't.
Well, you know what? We're just going to have to agree to disagree. And by the way, I've never driven this vehicle, but I'm just going to assume here. All right.
Just like you're assuming I was speeding.
Well, I'm not just assuming. Again, I've been doing this for many years. I saw how fast you were driving.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. And in addition to that, this window tint is problematic.
Oh, do you know, I had this discussion with an officer the other day because they had tint that was darker as well. Is it a different rule for officers?
There is, for government vehicles specifically, yes.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
Mhm. Yep. So oftentimes people, you know,
Sorry, sir.
I can, here's the thing, for most people, you know, as long as they're being compliant, for me, it's very much so, hey, listen, like, you know, get this resolved. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I will say this. The way it's written is I need to be able to see people in the vehicle. Okay? But
Yeah.
here's the thing. Oftentimes people will, you know, when looking at their tint, they'll look through the back window towards the windshield, where the windshield typically isn't tinted. So you're not seeing the fact that, you know, in that perspective you may be able to see. But if I pull up to you on your side at a traffic light and I look to the side and both of those windows are darkly tinted, which makes it impossible to see anyone inside, that's problematic. That could get you a citation, and your vehicle is actually subject to tow if you do have a legal tint.
Ah, I'm going to get that changed then.
So another tip, if you are at Mosley's, do not just look at the don't look at the tint while you're indoors. I know that sounds a little backwards, because indoors it looks far less darker than when you drive out and are in sunlight. Because I saw somebody, I was indoors with them. They're like, "Rhodes, is this good?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, that is perfectly fine." They tint their windows and then drive it outside, and that shit is limo tint the moment the sun hit it.
Yeah, because I don't even think this is the darkest. I think it was like the one below that one.
Yeah, I mean, that's likely the case. And I mean, for example, the tow truck, typically when people are getting those windows tinted, that applies to the windshield too. And so,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think it's silly to tint your windshield. You can't see shit at night, but You know,
can imagine.
some people are stupid. All right, you have some identification with you?
Yeah, I do.
Let me go ahead and see.
There you go. Racking up a long list on there.
All right, 6671. Is that your state ID?
That is,
I
yeah.
wrote that right. All right, so Mr. Bronson, are you adamant that you weren't speeding? Because I know you were.
I'm adamant. I'm adamant.
Okay, all right. Is now a bad time to... Okay, listen. You gave me... You told me something about Mr. Cuso. So I'll tell you something.
Sure.
I clocked you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, over 60.
Over 60.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Yeah, which is over 55. Which is over the speed limit, Sir Bronson.
Oh, it must be something wrong with these dials. It is an old car.
Uh-huh, likely story.
Yeah.
Because
but
if you tell me that, the issue of concern is this would not be able to be driven.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, I'm about to go to Moses, so I'll have to get him to have a look at that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, sit tight, Mr. Bronson. I'll be with you shortly.
Sure. Cheers, Rhodes.
Oh my gosh.
Well, why don't I have it yet? What is a used book reseller? I ordered from you. Well, it has been many weeks. If I don't get it today, I'm going to call again.
All right, Mr. Bronson.
Mr. Rhodes.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut you a break on the window tint, though I do expect that be fixed within a reasonable amount of time. Okay. When I say within a reasonable amount of time, that doesn't mean you can roll around the streets without consequence with the window tint. If another officer pulls you over and decides they want to impound your car, that is entirely up to them. Okay. So my recommendation is, get that window tint fixed ASAP. Secondly, though I'm cutting you a break on the window tint, I am issuing you the citation for the speeding. Okay. Like I said, you're doing over 60. If I recall correctly, it was 64, 67, something like that.
Okay.
Into 55. So, I am gonna be issuing that citation, which is a $300 citation and a point on your license.
Ah, another point. I feel like I'm just racking them up now.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you shouldn't be catching them all,
Yeah, this ain't Pokemon.
You know what I was gonna say? I was gonna say something not appropriate. That's fine. So here's the thing, Mr. Bronson. I do need your signature here along the bottom. It's not an admission of guilt. It's just indicating you received the citation, and if you'd like, you can attempt to appeal it any time in the next 30 days.
Right, there you go, sir. There's me
Perfect.
sign. There.
All right. And Mr. Bronson, do you have any comments, questions, or concerns before I let you go?
I'd rather keep them to myself, but...
Oh, tell me.
You're doing wonderful work out here, Mr. Rhodes. Thank you. I appreciate
Thank
your
you.
service.
Thank you. I appreciate the kind words, Mr. Bronson. You'll be free to go once I'm back in my vehicle. My emergency lights are off. Stay safe out there.
Have a lovely day.
Dispatch 130, latest 38 code 4, 130 10 8. Apologies. Was that a 77 request?
Negative.
Confirm. Eric, you have a speeding vehicle westbound on Innocence if that was you. Unless they've slowed.
That's a test drive vehicle. Do you have test drive?
I did not clock them. I just knew they were hauling ass. From west to east on Innocence crossing Popular.
Yeah, I got him 128.
Temp 4.
Alright, sir. Senior Officer Eric Johnson, Los Santos Police Department. Reason for the stop today? Yeah, just speeding on bed. Well, not just a bit. You're going way the fuck too fast. Like double the speed limit. Yeah, you have a license on you, sir?
Wish a car like that would actually take off while we have the means of keeping up.
What is that? Any citations to this point, Mr. Flacco? Okay. Where are you headed to, Mr. Flacco?
I had to guess which Flacco this is. It's Mills.
So I'm gonna go run some paperwork and I'll be back with you in just a moment, okay?
Purely an assumption, though.
Do we know if, like the rental vehicles that they get for Mosley's come back, or actually are registered out in their personal names?
I don't imagine they can be if they're all test drive, right?
Yeah, I'd imagine so as well. Just, I don't know.
I'm going to be stationed at the vault currently. There's 2 big Group 6 trucks doing drop-offs.
Alright. I can finally attach my transmitter. Click that. That goes there. Is the new charging interface to your liking, like filing reports? I do enjoy it. I do definitely enjoy it.
Wee woo. Wee woo.
Sir? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, $1,000.
You know that sanitation truck just never mind. The light's stupid.
25, 10-7, hubbing EMS.
Dispatch 130, 1038 eastbound Innocence with a black in color 4-door sedan. Unsure on occupants. Patrick will comply. He knows better. Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
This ain't Patrick. Well, it was going good until you decided to break the law.
No, I did not.
You didn't?
I
Really?
actually did not. I'm pretty sure the light was green and I was on the 55.
I can't confirm the light, but based upon how fast I saw you driving, it was most certainly above 55.
No, it was below 55, 100%.
No, it was not.
Because I pulled over below 50.
So, because you pulled over below 50?
Yeah, because I didn't exceed 55 or even 50.
You pulled over at 50, but you weren't at 50. Make that make sense.
I mean, it was around 50 because I was on the parking lot and I like accelerated and it may look like it was going fast, but I'm pretty sure it was below 50.
Honey, you see the door handle to your immediate left?
Yeah.
Okay, can you grab
Yeah.
that?
To my left?
Yeah, you're right in front of me. The door handle up against the window. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, just grab that with one of your hands. You don't have to pull it. Just grab it.
Okay. I'm grabbing.
Okay. All right. I need you to get a grip. And understand,
Okay.